Hey universe. So I don't even really know what was said in the last recording. I know it was something about trying to improve at the end. And I say this because I'm going to post that one without listening to it. I'm afraid if I listen to it, I might find something to hide, is what I'm really afraid of. I don't, a couple things. One, my, truth meter has been coming back, which makes me think it was gone. My dreams have moved off of Thrill Ride Adventureland into tangible territory again. In fact, in many ways, I feel like I become more myself the less I am involved at work. And these are just coincidences, I'm hoping. But I'm bringing this revelation, I guess, the level of recognition this presents, I'm bringing that from coincidental cause and effect to genuine theory. Why is it that I get healthier mentally the less time I spend at work? Why does that relationship have to be inversely proportional? And I'm sorry if I'm misusing that term. That was not meant to be specific, so using a specific there was my mistake, especially if I'm not sure if it was correct. But you can't deny causal circumstance, can you? Question mark? I don't know, maybe you can. But I know that of the time I selfishly dedicated to not working, well, those years are what inevitably led to the realization that my character didn't need to change, it needed to emerge. I needed to start letting the person I came here to be find comfort enough to exist 100% of the time. So, that was my challenge. And what I present going forward here is the real me. How else can I put it? So I have never recorded an intro like this immediately after finishing the recording before it, or that is coming next. But after this, you'll hear the enthusiastic introduction that I had going into the end of the day, but as energy waned significantly after I hit the pause button, I woke up, and from there, well, I guess you'll hear. So, don't expect this ever again, because why am I explaining myself? Even I don't know the answer to that one.
Yeah, universe, I could have timed this better than 11:53 on the 13th of June, because obviously this close to the major holiday that is Flag Day, what else would we be doing but setting up our celebratory Flag Day rituals? Does anyone celebrate Flag Day? Isn't that a holiday dedicated to the emerging variations of our nation's flag, from Betsy Ross to whoever designed the mid V 1.3, 1.4, 1.5 till we got to V 2.0. Are we at V 2.0? Regardless, In now 7 minutes, happy Flag Day. 6 minutes, happy Flag Day, happy Flag Day, happy Flag Day. If you have a flag, go be happy with it. Alright, speaking of being happy, nobody gonna be happy with that AC on, so pause. And yeah. I don't even know if it's fair to tack on the minute of blah 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 that I began with last night, since last night means 10 hours and 47 minutes ago? What time did I sign on? No. It's 10:38, or at least so says my phone, so saith I, here on the Flag Day of 2022. Flag Day. I'll tell you what, if you are lucky enough to be born in June, well, as a child, many a thing did I try to figure out how much advantage I had just been given. Like what day you're born, right? If you're born on Christmas, that's a shit storm right from the get-go. And being born on June 28th was obviously not June 25th, but it was damn close. And frankly, any birthday in June has the advantage of being calendar opposite Christmas, the other big haul day if you're a child. So if you're going to evenly space those across the year, well, every 6 months you're having a bonanza, instead of, say, that Thanksgiving birthday that everybody is too busy dealing with that holiday to even appreciate you, because Christmas is coming anyway, so don't worry, just wait till Christmas. Can you imagine that birthday as a 10-year-old? Ugh, no thanks. And then all you December babies. Well, we felt for you no matter who we were, because we knew in the lottery of, well, what day did you get born? December babies got screwed. Didn't matter if you were Jewish or not. You got it. In the worst way, you were going to get compromised in your ability to pull present quota, because there would be too many people who would use the double dip to be a quota suppressor for themselves. We all knew it, so we felt for you. Just like we felt for anybody who was born the day before, the day of, or the day after any holiday. The day after Halloween as a birthday would be terrible. For one, all your friends would be stomach sick. And two, everybody would have just dressed up and had a blowout time the day before and would not be in a mood to do anything other than sit at home. So, June 28th. It's even perfectly spaced from the 4th of July, because that 3-day holiday is one that, first of all, involves getting family together. So if anything, people are bringing you presents late that don't even really know you, but they happen to be coming close enough to your birthday they feel obligated to give you something. I mean, there were just so many ways. It was like, oh, I would not trade my birthday. I wouldn't even trade it for my sister's birthday, which is June 20th. And I'll tell you why. And I don't think she would trade me for mine, because I think her bonus is a bonus. My sister was actually born on Father's Day. And every 11 years, and I've never figured out why that's the calendar quirk, but every 11 years, her birthday's on Father's Day. And, I mean, as connections to your father go, being born on Father's Day is a pretty good one. So, and I'm not saying I wouldn't take my sister's birthday because she was born on Father's Day. I'm saying that wouldn't actually have, from afar, I don't know how much value that has in synchronicity guy to guy, but my sister and dad, there's a relationship there that is, I think, unique in the family. And I say this because they just have been the steadiest and most complimentary, twosome. And maybe that's just because I'm not involved. But it doesn't seem like my mom and my sister have had that relationship. And while my mom and I are probably the closest in the family, it's in a twisted way, a little bit. So I don't think you can call it the healthiest closest, but I think the closeness between my father and sister has always been healthy. And when I say complementary, I mean both of them have been in positions to improve their lives through the connection they have with each other, and in that way improve the connection they have with each other. It just seems like it's always been on a gradual complementary arc, and at this point I think they by far have the healthiest relationship of any two people in the family. And so does that mean I'm a contaminant? Oh yeah. In some ways, yes, it does. And I recognize that, right? Like I know that I can have. I'm abrasive enough of a fit and slick enough of a surface that, like a fish you're trying to hold in your hands, how slippery that can be, and yet how much substance is there if you can just position yourself and your hands in the right pressure points. The fish won't have a choice. It'll have to comply. Well, I did fit in. I was voted king of the school in 6th grade. You don't get that kind of position without being a likable guy. And I liked everybody. I can remember, oh God, what a dork. But I can remember as a kid thinking, I could be a politician because people liked me. And it wasn't fake. I didn't phony myself up as a 9-year-old. I just was enthusiastic about life. And I liked everybody. There was, in my opinion, something likable about everybody. So, I don't know why I'm getting so emotional. I have no idea why I'm getting so emotional. But I'm really trying not to lose it right now. Thinking about how the world just takes that simplicity and it just beats you into compliance with whatever is out there that doesn't make sense. So much doesn't make sense. I'm not even sad about it. I don't know what I'm going through here. I literally wanted to record. God, I can barely get the words out. I simply wanted to record about how I've come to see that the only thing I came here to do was show compassion to other people. I don't know why this is making me break down. I have no idea. There's just so much hate in a world filled with opportunities to be different. I just never understood that. How could you hate someone? No one's hateable. Everyone's trying. Whatever circumstances that force them into behaviors that don't align with the best they could possibly be are influences that they're drawing from
in retrospect, some other undeserved angst passed on generationally, civilizationally. It's negative energy. And all it does is attach itself to others and get passed on until somebody decides to stop. I have no person imaginable that I can't find compassion for. I don't see how I could hate anybody at all. Whatever you've gone through, it's what makes you who you are. And whatever influence makes you who you are isn't your fault. It's just what it is. All you can do is try to be better. If you know you have a gap between the best you and who you are, why? Why is there a gap? Why aren't you the best you? Don't let society change that. You didn't come here to be societied. You came here to emerge as yourself. And I can see we all have better in us. I just don't know why we're not striving toward it. I don't know why it's making me miserable to say this either. I'm here because I know there is room to love everybody. All the chaos is manufactured. All the disappointment is unnecessary. All the lack of cooperation, it's a choice that we be led to. It's not a choice we make naturally. And I know I sit here isolated because sometimes I just can't stand the world. But I have to be a part of it too. I know that. And I'm trying. I was at work yesterday and I showed as much compassion as I can. And there's so much of a need for it. It's so easy for people to just think they're better than other people. I don't understand it. I gotta blow my nose. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to break down. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't know what is swelling the melancholy is the best word to describe it. I ache, and I'm sad for the loss of potential realized when I look around at what makes me think it's all my fault. It's not that I can pinpoint myself causally to blame for the state of control and fear and manipulation that exists on a daily basis out there. But I do realize how different the world would be if we had all acted in the true vein of humanity that we came here to realize. And it's so easy to also be seduced by the hero's journey that you're on, because we all feel like heroes, even heroes who might have gone through the McDonald's drive-thru a time or two too many times, or spent another $15 on a movie that, frankly, not only isn't up to its value and cost, but time is starting to seem precious. And this hero that sits through one more sequel to one more shitty concept doesn't feel all that heroic. Or the one who just doesn't want to see another Little League baseball game that their son plays poorly in, or whatever other way that we just aren't as heroic as we could be. And, you know, I struggle with this because I know maybe the reason I chose to be white, male, and American, born in the perfect month, to the perfect family, in a perfect little town, full of perfect other people to play with. Well, if you had the best society had to offer, and you still came out miserable and misunderstood and unable to even express your real self to the world, well, how the fuck does anybody else have a chance? I don't know. I don't know. But that's how I can be so capable of saying I love all of you. Because I know I didn't come out with the sort of makeup sheet that could win this game on 867-930. Hell, I can't even remember what planet Earth we're on. 867-5309. Oh, it's so hard to be here. I think all of you know it too. At least all of you who came here to help. Because you can feel it. This isn't the way a planet's supposed to be run. This isn't how emergent, civilized, socialized, connected creatures take care of each other. They don't kill each other in war. War is the faceless killing of an enemy you don't even have. So, yeah, and that's just one problem. And I'm no hero. I don't mean to imply that there's a heroic move to be made here. But I do know that I'll continue to be my own main character. I don't have that choice. I have to live with this disconnect with reality every single day. Or I have to fix it. So yeah, it's all my fault. I could have done better. This world would be a different world had I done better. It would be a better world. And I think anybody who can say that and realize it knows that continuing the way that things are is not the method to embrace who really they came here to be. It can't persist this way. This isn't a compassionate planet, and it is full of compassionate beings. That's the disconnect. So how does one person do anything about that? How do I fix the world? Well, I guess by fixing my reality first. I can finally say, with confidence I never ever thought I could achieve. That for the last year to 4 to more, I just can't put a number on it. But I can consciously say for at least a year, and for what feels like more like 4 to 6, I have been clearly acting and presenting myself to the universe as the human entity I'm supposed to be. I think I gave the universe all these things when I first got here, and that this reality of Earth beat some of those things back out of me as I moved and maneuvered through my life into adulthood and more. That is, in some ways, a weakness of character. I agree. To be compromised because of external influence shows some level of acquiescence that is embarrassing at a minimum. And in some ways, I'm sure, condemnable at a level that even I understand. But I don't harbor guilt over what I could have done that I didn't. I don't feel shame for actions not taken that should have. I don't look at myself with disgust over poor performances in moments I could have been better. Nope. And I don't do that for anybody around me. I'm done. I'm done thinking through how there is a gap between my better self and myself. Nope. This is what it took to break the shell of uncertainty that has swallowed me since it feels like high school. And I'm done. I'm done giving a shit that this society doesn't work for me. Because that's an excuse to let it persist in a form that, well, given every landing pad cushion I asked for that was there, I should have been able to navigate. So the broken features the society thrusts on all of us, well, they are of influence beyond scale and scope imaginable. The lies, I don't even know if manipulation is the correct, it's brainwashing is what it really is. They use our better inclination and our baseline humanity characteristics, all of which are filled with love and compassion. They use them against us. I don't hate any of you. And every single one of you is worthy of being that great ascended version of humanity itself that you represent. Nothing about what is going on here has stripped you of that. You know it's inside of you, just like I always did. We can't deny that which we wake up feeling in our head is true. Those are the things that if we're honest with ourselves, we realize, well, that's why we're here. The expression of that common compassion, that base humanity, in individual life-realized forms, means the collective has the opportunity for the individual experience to bring strength to all of us. We rise together. It has always been that way. You don't even need to read your history books to know I'm telling you the truth. And hey, if I could remember, after coming out of the bathroom, that my volume needed to come down so that I don't blip, 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 well, I just made this whole thing a little better. It doesn't take much. Just find ways in your life that you know what, if I just was doing this, eating better, things might improve. Just find the gaps where you know your real self isn't giving yourself the best chance. And take a chance that if that's where you put some energy, if that's what you were to improve, maybe your whole life would improve. We all have those reflective possibilities. I'm trying to live up to some, like being on time. It's been better. People are responding to me in a better way because I'm surprising them with not being late. Don't announce what you're up to, just try changing your life for the better. I promise, it'll pay off.